Mr. Truck here with another exciting truck review. This time we have another Toyota Tacoma 2017. This is a TRD Off-Road package, and it's in a quicksand color. And it's a long bed, so it's a 6'2" bed, crew cab, with the 3.6 V6. And how much my son David here will tell you. How much power do we have?
278 horsepower and 265 foot-pound torque.
Okay, cool. That's enough. 6-speed automatic. And this has got these Kevlar tires. I love these things. These Goodyear Wranglers. We can go out there and let people shoot bullets at us because they'll bounce off. But they're really good for rocks. And we're going to show you this tonneau cover because this is just too cool. And then the lighter wheelbase does make it ride a little better. I like this truck. Join us for the rest of the review. Now this comes with the Tacoma tonneau cover. I like hard covers. You can put some stuff on here. They don't blow away. I've had a lot of those canvas ones actually blow away coming out of tunnels and all these other kinds of things, but this is the kind I like. I also like the kinds that slide. Only thing wrong with this one, if there's anything wrong, is it's heavy. So it's a trifold. So when you go up here and you pull each latch, and you pull another latch, and then it flips over. And you go to that point, the next latch takes it clear off, and then you got to about have two people lift it out of there. Which, you know, I didn't have two people this morning. I was gonna load a motorcycle, but oh well. But then, you know, this has all the good tracks in it for tying down cargo. Come here, son. I'm gonna show you some of this stuff in the bed. This is where all this is. This here is a 110 outlet. This must be the 400 watt one, because this puppy. Plug in your big screen TV, have your tailgate parties. I don't know what is in this one. I haven't played with that one. Just another cubby hole. And then over there is the, I think it's this, your booster cables and all that. Now I don't know what's in this, but you can see these pins here. That's built into the bed. That is how the tonneau cover latches, which is pretty cool. That makes it nice and secure, and it's not like a bunch of clamps you got to add on like most of the rest of them have C-clamps. Let me see on this side. This also has that rubber mat, and it's the composite bed, so you're not going to hurt it, but this takes away that sound, and it's a good thing to have in there. And see what's in this side. I don't think I checked it last time. What's in there? Another cubby hole. So I guess this is where you store whatever you want to store. And that is how that works. Fold the old tonneau cover back, and you can strap it down here too. It's got straps that will tie it in place if that's all you want to do, but it's just like a giant trunk. It's got good rubber seals, nice and tight. I love shock straps. That's why I've had these for years. This is the original model. You've got a little tab on there, releases pressure, and you can push down on it and make them nice and tight. It's got this dog bone here, which is like a polyurethane. It's a good solid rubber, and that allows it to stretch, because you can get these vehicles with rubber tires and they'll bounce. This takes the bounce and doesn't take it out, but it makes it so when it does bounce, it doesn't unhook. A normal strap gets real. A normal strap, it's very easy to be bouncing down the road, having the ATV or the motorcycle bounce, unhook your hooks, and that's no good, having to lose your prized possession. Now, let me show you. Now this is their new one. So it's got the same strap in it. It's all replaceable parts. You got a little safety strap, so if something were to actually break, which would be really hard to do, these are rated 1,000 pounds. But if something happens, you got this strap to rescue you, so nothing's ever going to fly off. You got spring-loaded hooks, and this has little tethers on each end, so if you want to wrap around an axle or something, you don't need a hook. You got tethers on both ends. And here's this ratchet. This is what I wanted. That other part's great, but you got to put force down to get that tight. This one here, you just crank it. Very well made ratchet. I use a lot of ratchets, and this one here is one you don't mess with. Get your fingers pinched. I like this. This is a good one. From Shockstrap, shockstrap.com. Rubber mats, so you get it dirty, muddy, and hose them out. But I like this dash. It's a good layout. One bod on top. So we got crawl, we got limited slip, we've got all of that. It's all the same there. So basically, it's this one. Last time I was out the Ricks chasing these cows across the pasture in the frozen prairie. I had the Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro, and this one is one step down. This is the Tacoma TRD Off-Road, and I was looking at them, comparing them to Maroney's. That one last week was really super loaded. It was like the most expensive one of these you can buy. It was $45,087. And this one, which is just the off-road package, is $42,644. So we're looking, $2,500, somewhere in that range. Between them, $2,500. And the difference, this one here is $2,500 less. And this also has a tonneau cover in the back. It's a hard cover, the kind I like, except it's very heavy. I was going to take it off, throw a motorcycle back there, but I decided it's a tri-fold. But after you get it folded up, you got to lift it up and carry it out. Two of us would have had to carry it out. But that tonneau cover is $650. Wow. So you got that, which makes these trucks about $2,000 apart, the way they're equipped. And this also has the long bed. I don't know what the upcharge is for long bed, but this is a 6'2". So it does look cooler because it's longer, but
it's the same color as the 4Runner that you had.
Yeah, that's right. The 4Runner.
Desert, was it desert sand?
Yeah, quicksand.
Quicksand.
Yep, these are made in San Antonio, Texas, down by the Alamo. But this is a cool truck. I mean, I like the interior of it. It's got the cool red threads, and the dash, the layout is
mats
good.
Look nice too. You got thick rubber.
Oh yeah,
mats.
Yeah, rubber mats. So you get her dirty, muddy, and hose them out. But I like this dash. It's a good layout. But
this is all touchscreen then, other than the
probably is. Yeah, because the tabs are touchscreen. So it's got a JBL radio. Now JBL sound was a big thing when I was in high school. That was like the top of the line. I'm sure they are still a high quality stereo, but it blows my mind that I can remember this 40 years ago in high school. JBL. All we're doing today, we're just towing this ATV trailer with one ATV in it. So I think last time Kelsey and I towed the TDR Pro, we had one ATV back there and one in the bed. And I thought it squatted too much to put the second ATV on the trailer. So this is doing fine. It handles well. And this is that V6. And it should be a 6-speed automatic. It's a 3.5 V6. And this one's rated the same fuel mileage as the one we had last time. So you're looking at 23 on the highway, 18 in the city for a 20 combined. So the crash rate is the same. The only 5-star it has is rear seat and side crash. It's 4 stars for everything else. But this truck is cool, and we're going to show you the tonneau cover. We're going to show you some other things on here. But yeah, I mean, the other color we have is cement, and I'm not a cement fan. People love it though; it's selling well.
The ends? Oh yeah. I've seen
Pro.
it. I didn't like the color either.
This quicksand I actually kind of like. It's kind of like a military.
Yeah, it looks like a military
desert storm color. But on that,
but was that other one like a flat paint?
No, I think it still was gloss like this. I think it's gloss. It's a color that grows on you, but it's amazing how popular it is. Yeah, Kelsey didn't really like it, but and Kelsey's sick today, otherwise she'd be here instead of my son David. But yeah, but we also have the new shock straps on the ATV. I'll show you those. It's an awesome strap system that I really like. This puppy, I'll tell you the horsepower at the beginning. I told you the horsepower and the torque. But it's off-road tuned suspension with Bilsteins, and that's probably one of the biggest differences between this and the Pro. The off-road just has Bilsteins, which are good shocks. They're one of the best shocks you can buy. And the other one, had those Fox shocks I call the other one the Junior Raptor because it had those orifices and floating piston and all that on those Fox shocks like the Raptor does.
Yeah.
So it automatically will adapt to different loads and different type of terrain, whether it's snow, rock, whatever you're on. This one has the crawl mode thing. All that is the same to the other one. So it's got all that cool gadgets up on bottom, on top. So we got crawl, we got limited slip, we've got all of that. It's all the same there. So basically, it's the big difference between the two trucks is those shocks, and also the Pro had the offset tires, wheels. I mean, so that means it's a little wider track, and it had a little longer stroke on those shocks, like an inch. And a little bigger piston. So mostly it was a suspension thing, because they both have that 1/4 inch big old giant aluminum plate up front, so you can hit the old sand hard or whatever you're doing. Trying to see what this is. Nice package. This is the premium technology package, which is that JBL sound, dual zone, parking sonar, blind spot monitor. This has a moonroof. By golly, it does. It has the moonroof. My hat still fits in it. A lot of times you lose an inch and a half to 2
still
inches.
has it pretty good.
And you got this one. They've actually got moonroofs pretty figured out thin to where you can get in there. And it's got a receiver hitch. It just doesn't have a brake controller. And that tonneau cover. The V6 tow package is $650, and it gives you the receiver, engine oil cooler, power steering cooler, the 130 amp alternator, of course, and the pin connections and trailer sway control. This has the rubber bed mat. It's like a composite bed insert. And a rubber bed mat, that's nice for throwing stuff in there and, not beating the crap out of your bed floor and making all those sounds. This has all that. The emergency assistant kit, which is a little bag in the back. It's got a spare tire lock, but it's glass breaker sensor. I need to look that up. So I guess that means if somebody breaks the glass, alarms go off, because there's an alarm button over on that side of the steering wheel. Paint protection film. Ooh, a TRD air filter. So they got a special air filter. So it must be a higher flow air
Power
filter.
back window.
Yep. Universal tablet holder. So they got all these boxed up accessories to throw behind the seat. And that's what that is. That actually goes where your headrests are, that universal tablet holder. Skid plates, mud guards, wheel locks. And and that's the all-weather guard floors.
Yeah.
Mats that they have in here. Yeah, let's see what else is special. It's a 7-inch high screen touch screen. Smart key, remote keyless. Yeah, push button start. I love that. Yeah, it talks about the composite bed and the deck rail system. The tie-down cleats, that's great. But the backup camera, of course, we use all that stuff. These are 16-inch wheels. But, yes, it's an awesome truck. It's just the seats are just a little too low. I wish they had them up, elevated a little bit more.
Yeah, it's got the lumbar pad in it.
Yeah, pops in.
Yeah.
And once again, we're down to one of the most expensive ones out there with no power seat.
Yeah, it doesn't have power seats.
Yeah, I think Frontier and Canyon and Colorado have power seats, and I'm sure the Ridgeline does. But, oh well. They didn't ask me, so that's what we have. Mr. Truck here, some exciting news. My book is finally out. I wrote this book with Andre Smirnoff of the Fast Lane Truck. It's the Fast Lane Truck's guide to pickup trucks. And what that means is Andre talks about all the different stats in here, the different races we did, the different tests we did, climbing up the mountain with loads, doing miles per gallon with loads, doing the track with loads, all these different things to help judge a truck and then pick about the best ones. He talks about future trucks. On my side, I talk about how to judge a used truck. Should you buy a new truck or a used truck? Should you buy a diesel or a gas truck? So all those things are in there. We talk about transmissions. We talk about trailers, how to get the trailer matched to your truck so it's a safe towing experience. So we talk about payload, how to figure that, gross combined weight rating, axle weight rating, tongue weight, all those different things. We talk about teenage safety when they learn to drive. So we're doing a lot of that in the book. And you can get this at all the independent stores like Tattered Cover. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Barnes & Noble. And it's just awesome. And if you want to look up Google, just go Truck Nuts book. Make sure you put book in there or you might be surprised. But buy the book.